Let's begin in a comfortable cross-legged position. And we'll place the palms down on the thighs. And as we inhale, we'll press down to lift the spine up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, try to keep that height and just relax the arms and shoulders. And if you feel comfortable, close the eyes or just lower your gaze. Feeling the weight of your buttocks sinking down. The crown of your head lifting tall. Your breath traversing the space between the two. We'll begin today with a 4-4 breath. So we'll start with the breath down at the belly. Take breath in part of the way, and then take more breath in part of the way, and then more again, and then finishing in our 4th segment. And then exhale also in 4 parts. Starting at the top, feeling it gradually going down. So it's like riding in an elevator, getting in at the ground floor, having some people ride up to the 1st floor, and then more people get on and ride up to the 2nd floor, and more people get on, and so forth. And then at the top, you go down and more people get off. So you get back to the ground level and everybody gets off. And unlike our yogic 3-part breath, this is not a continuous flow where one just moves into the next. There are 3 distinct parts. There's a stop at each floor, a slight pause. Not like you're holding your breath, but just a clear delineation of the 4 separate parts. Make sure everybody has gotten off at the bottom. And pack the elevator with as many people as you can at the top. If you find when you get to the top, there's a lot more breath that can still come in as compared with the previous 3, then try to adjust so that the 3 earlier ones take in just as much as the 4th one. And then complete the round of breath that you're in. And when you're ready, bring your fingers to the floor in front of you. Pull the fingers toward you, lifting the chest and the eyes. And then press the fingers away from you, rounding the back. Pull toward you, shoulder blades back, chest and eyes up. Press away from you, rounding. Just using one smooth, deep breath in and complete breath out. And on your next exhale, walk the fingers forward, let the body release over toward the ground. Draw your belly toward your back as you exhale all the air out. Relax the arms, let the elbows bend, let the shoulders relax, the hands soft, and the head released forward. And feel the breath flowing deeply in and out across the back. Up the back, and then walk the hands in. Roll yourself up, reach up, inhale. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Release the hands. Make a note of the cross of your legs, which one is in front or on top. Then release the legs, shake them out. And when you're ready, cross them again with the opposite leg in front. Feeling your sit bones on the ground, lifting tall through the spine. Inhale the arms up. Exhale over to the left. And as you push into your left hand, sink your right sit bone, and then bend your elbow, taking that left shoulder down away from the left ear. And turn your gaze up, chin toward the armpit, back of the neck long. If that hurts your neck, then turn your gaze down. Keep the pressure of the left hand so that the right hip is moving down and away from the right hand as you reach out of that right hand, and then breathe long and slow between the hip and the hand. And then fold over that left leg, maintaining pressure in the left hand, then reaching out of the right hand. Relax the head, let the body release over the thigh. Go inside the body. Feel it from the inside out, opening with the breath from the inside out. And then start to roll yourself up. With an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, left arm down to the side. Pushing into the hand, sinking the left sit bone. Right hand down to the side. Left sit bone pressing down, left arm reaching out. And again, if you can get a little bend in that elbow, go ahead. Or just think of dropping the shoulder away from that right ear. Turning your gaze up if you can, or down. You'll notice if you turn up that it kind of encourages the opening of the chest and the side body a little bit more than down. You can just experiment, closing the eyes and just feeling how it feels to you to roll the gaze up versus down. Maybe it doesn't feel different to you. Just see for yourself. I only know my experience. So that whole left side can breathe here. Try to do your best to fill that space with your breath. Lengthening up through the ribs, out of the fingers. And then folding over that right leg, taking the arm out as you press the left sit bone back, that left hand reaches away from there. And roll up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Release the hands, release the legs, shake them out. And then come onto hands and knees. And then start to walk your hands over to the right. Try to keep your hips facing back and go as far to the right as you can. a slightly different side body stretch. I love these side body stretches. I feel like they make space for the breath more than almost anything else we do. So go as far as you can over to the right, and then press down into your left hand and breathe deep, pushing the ground away with that hand. And then as you exhale, see if maybe you can go any further. And then if you can, reach your right hand back for your right heel, or maybe you can even reach your left heel. And let the head drop down and continue to breathe deeply and press down into your left hand as you inhale. And use your left hand to pull you deeper into the stretch as you exhale. Release your back hand, walking over to the other side. Stay steady in your breath. Create a nice, even rhythm. Once you get as far as you can go, inhale deep and press down into that right hand. And then as you exhale, see if you can go further. And then reach the left hand back for the closer heel or the further one if you can reach. And then continue to press down through your right hand as you inhale deep. And then pulling with your left hand as you exhale and relax. It's in the relaxing that lets you go deeper, not the forcing. The hand is just guiding that release into the position. There's a nice, long, slow exhale with a letting go. And release. Come back around to the front. And then walk the hands forward, dropping the chest down, either coming onto the forehead, the chin, or the cheek. Keeping the hips over the knees and letting the back ribs sink down toward the front ribs. Try to keep the elbows straight with the hands shoulder width apart. Elbows off the ground, most likely. Trace your breath, moving from the belly all the way up. You feel it in the back body, in the front body, in the side bodies. Where do you notice the breath? If you're on one cheek, switch to the other. And if you're on one cheek, come back to center. Walk the hands toward the knees. And release over. Forehead on the ground. Fold the arms alongside of you, resting the shoulders over the legs. Stay with your deep breath. And then bring the hands under the shoulders, chin to chest as you lift yourself up. We'll do some hip overs, taking the arms out in front. Inhale the hips up. Exhale, hips to one side, arms to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch sides. The next time the hips come to the left, keep them there. Relax the arms down. And then we'll cross that right foot over the left foot. Good. Try to sit up tall, feeling your weight in your left sit bone. We'll bring that left hand behind our back. If you can grab a hold of the right arm, then do that. And if you can't, no big deal. Just place the back side of your hand against your back. Okay. And then we'll let the right hand rest on the right thigh. And inhale and breathe deep. And then exhale, slide that right hand forward. And if your hand is on your back and not on your arm, you're going to press the back side of your hand into your back in order to help roll that left shoulder open. Good. Now we're going to turn our head to the right. And then just slightly lift the chin so you get stretch along those muscles in the neck. Also breathing into that left shoulder. Rotating the ribs to the left. It's just a slight twist, more to facilitate the rest of the stretching. And then if you have your arm, let that go. And we'll all bring the back hand to the ground and cross that right hand over to the left knee, lifting tall as you inhale, exhale, deepening into the twist now, looking over your left shoulder. And if you're able to reach back and take hold of your right foot with your left hand, you can do that as well. Lengthening as you inhale, making space between the vertebrae. Turning as you exhale. Reach with your eyes. And then use an inhale to release back around to the front. Bring the arms in front of you, lift yourself up, and switch the feet and the hips to the other side. Crossing that left foot over the right foot. And then we'll take the right arm behind the back. And again, if you can grab hold of the left arm, do so. Otherwise, just rest the back side of the hand against your back. Lift tall as you inhale. And then as you exhale, walk that left hand forward. And if the hand is not holding onto the arm, then you'll press the knuckle side of your right hand into your back to help rotate that shoulder open. And then we'll turn the head to the left and then look up. Spread the breath across the chest. And then release that right arm, bring it to the ground. Take your left hand across, lift tall, and turn. And once you've turned, if you can reach your back foot with your right hand, feel free to grab hold, maybe the heel, or just leave it on the ground. And then lifting tall as you inhale, turning as you exhale. Eyes reach. And then use an inhale to come back around. Lift tall, and then the hips will come off, and then take your feet wider than your hips. And then sit down inside, rolling the flesh of the calves out. So you may not be able to bring your buttocks all the way down. If you have a pillow or a block handy or something to sit on, that might feel supportive. If this is just not working for your knees at all and you want to just sit on your feet instead, feel free to do that. I was taught that this is actually very healthy for the knees. It may not feel great, but that it actually is beneficial. So you see what works for you. And then sitting tall. And then we can start to fold forward. Go slowly, one breath at a time. Relaxing the arms and the upper body. Start to lift up. And Then come up off your mat or your heels, coming onto hands and knees. And straighten the left leg back, curling those toes under, pressing back through the heel. And then release the knee down and straighten the right leg back, curling the toes under, pressing back, lengthening the leg. Good. And then we're going to bend that right knee, lifting the foot up, and then reach the left hand back for the right foot. And then kick the foot up and back. Take your gaze up. Breathe your breath fully. Stay calm in the mind, slow in the breath. Just feel the breath. And then release your left hand. Bring your right knee down behind and to the outside of your left knee. So you're crossing your legs behind you. And then start to walk the hands back. And then sit down between your feet. And then inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, bring the hand down onto the back. And then bring your left hand behind you and walk the hand up your back, trying to get the hands to move toward each other. If they reach, then grab the fingertips. Cow face pose. It's really only a cow with one ear. That right elbow is the ear. Good. And then release. Rock back forward onto the knees. And come back to table. And then we'll do the other side, lifting that left foot. Reach the right hand back for the foot. And if you don't reach the foot, then maybe if you're wearing pants, you can reach your pant leg. Maybe if you have a strap, you can strap the foot and hold the strap. And then just kick the foot up and back. So you're looking for height, which will stretch that thigh and that hip flexor, and then kicking back, just going to open that chest and shoulder. Gazing up. Slow, long breath. And then release the hand and bring that left knee behind the right knee. Take the feet wide, walk back, and sit down inside the feet. And then inhale the left arm up. Exhale, bring it onto your back. Walk the hand down your back. Bring the right hand behind you and walk it up your back. See if the fingers can reach each other. Lifting tall, breathing deep. And release the hands. Flip over. Coming back into table. And just circle the hips around. And circle the other way. Come back to center. And then let one knee come off your mat. And then start to slide that knee all the way out, as far as it'll go. And then have the feet lined up with the knees so that there's a right angle between the upper leg and the lower leg. And you don't want to bring the hips in front of the knees. You don't want to bring them behind the knees. You want the hips level with the knees. Good. And then if you can and you want, you can come on to elbows. If you can and you want, you can bring your chest down. And notice if there's not a lot of give in your hips and the elbows don't come down, if there's some sort of judgment, if there's some sort of wanting it to be otherwise, see if you can let that go. We're all given the bodies that we've been given. None is better than any other. They all serve us beautifully and equally. So the idea is to have the most flexibility that your particular body is capable of, simply because flexibility means you're not holding on to tension. But we all have a different baseline. So it's good to really just accept where you are and know that if you're at your edge, wherever that is, you're in the perfect place. And as you feel the sensation, see if it can kind of move into the background and let the breath be in the foreground. And then coming up, if your torso was down, pushing into your hands, bringing the knees back. We'll just sit for a moment, just giving the hips a chance to rest. See if there's any tension in the body that built up in resistance to that last stretch, and let it go as best you can. And then inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the ground behind you. Maybe the fingers point toward the knees, or you can come onto fists if your hands need that instead. And then I know some people are not really able to or comfortable lifting the hips up. So if that's you, then instead press the hips down and just lift the chest and chin up. If you can lift the hips up, then press into the tops of your feet to bring the hips forward and drop your head back. Breathe into the space between the ribs. And release down. Drop the chin to the chest. Clasp your hands behind the back of your head, letting the elbows hang down. Keep the chest lifting, the head relaxing toward it. And release the hands. Bring them to the ground, lifting the hips, and walk the hands one shoulder length in front of the shoulders. One hand's length in front of the shoulders. Good. Spread the fingers, curl the toes. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lift the knees, but keep them bent. And then try to fold your upper body toward your thighs. Just kind of relaxing the spine down the way we did earlier in our puppy pose, where we were on the knees and the arms were out and we were sinking the back ribs. And then press down into the left heel, keeping the right knee bent, keeping the body hanging over that thigh. The head releasing toward the ground and the breath flowing through the open space of this posture. Can you feel how the inhale helps you lengthen through the spine? Maybe there's a sense of releasing on the exhale that allows you to stretch deeper, pressing into the heel. And then switch legs. Bending the left knee, press the right heel down. And then straighten both legs. Press into all 10 fingers and lengthen the hips back as you breathe in. And release the heels down as you breathe out. And then walk the feet up to the hands. With soft knees and chin to chest, roll yourself up to standing. Reaching the arms up as you inhale. And down as you exhale. And again. And one more. And then stand with the eyes closed, shoulders relaxed, the belly soft, breath deep and slow, the feet heavy on the ground. Lift your toes and spread them wide and lower them back down. Begin to shift weight into your left foot. Feel the weight of your body being supported by that one leg. And then lift the left arm. Feel the height of your body being pulled up by the reach of your hand. Open the eyes and let your gaze create stability for your body, a place to rest and stillness as we move. Turning the right palm to face out, lift the foot and place it into the palm. And then begin to kick the foot back and up as you reach up through that left pinky. Steady, slow breath, feeling your breath to help stabilize the mind and therefore the body. And then that front knee, release, turn the foot down, close the eyes. Lift the toes and spread them wide and lower them down. Shift weight into the right foot. Feel the downward sinking into that leg. And then reach the right arm up and feel the upward lift through the spine and the hand. Turn the left palm to face out. Take your gaze onto one spot in front of you. And then lift your left foot into the palm of your hand. Try to keep the foot behind you. And then kick back and up. Reaching up through your right pinky. Bend that front knee. Release the foot down. Relax into the ground. Roll the shoulders a few times. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward with straight legs. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, lift your navel. And again. And one more. And then press down into the feet. Let's bring the hands to the backs of the legs. And then inhale and push the legs into the hands and the hands into the legs. Exhale, relax the legs, stop pushing, but you can keep the hands active. And then on the inhale, pushing back. Exhale, scoop the navel in and up. And release the hands, bend the knees, bring the hands to the ground. Bend the knees all the way, lowering your buttocks to the ground and your body to the ground. And with the knees bent, you can lift your hips, tuck your tailbone under, lengthen your spine, release back down. And then release the legs and shake the legs out. If you're working with an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. And then rest the arms a comfortable distance away from the body. And take a deep breath in through the nose, exhale out of the mouth, sinking the body into the ground. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Release the jaw. Let the lips slightly part. Feel the mouth relax. And then inhale deep again. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. Just let it all go. And then finally, also releasing the breath. Letting go of the effort to breathe and just being with the fact of breathing. Feeling what the effortless breath feels like, the uncontrolled breath. Seeing where you best connect with that breath in the body. And rest your attention there. Not to do anything about the breath, not to evaluate it or change it, just to unite with it. Letting the mind take on the same ease of the effortless breath. And also noticing if the mind wanders, that's natural. And when you notice it, great. And then you're out of the trance and you're back in presence. And you can return your attention to the breath. Even more relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Start to bring your awareness back, moving the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath, stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest and rock from side to side, feeling the back getting massaged by the ground. And then come center, bring the bottoms of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. And then roll over onto either side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, resting your mind in how you feel. How you feel physically, how you feel emotionally, how you feel energetically, how you feel mentally. Just taking in the experience and the benefits of your practice. Maybe with a sense of gratitude. And then when you're ready, slowly lift yourself up. Let your head come up last. Come into any comfortable seated position. Letting the sit bones sink down and the head lift tall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale, the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.